Hello, good evening, and thanks for Wazo TV. This is Tamale South, the last location of phase 1 of John Mahama's tour of the northern region. This is the seat owned by Haruna Idrisu. I'm using the word owned because Haruna Idrisu is going for the 5th term. So if he wins, and of course he will definitely win because this is a stronghold of the NDC, he's galvanizing the votes. And if Haruna Idrisu wins, he will be serving the last 4 years of his term, which will add up to 20 years in parliament as a member of parliament. He was the minority leader then Tamale South MP. Now, if you look behind me, lots of people have gathered here within this small enclave. And then on the left hand side of me is one of the traditional leaders. I'm told it's the Lamashana. This is the palace of the Lamashana. They are seated here, and I'm getting the hint that John Mahama has arrived. Now tell me more. First of all, this particular constituency is significant to you despite the fact that you are one of the regional executives. Tell me more and help me understand the role of the Lamashana.
Yes, I'm Suhini, an original executive, but here is Tamale South, that's my constituency. And the Member of Parliament has an institute. It's called Haruna Institute. I am the public relation officer of that institute for almost 10 years now. I speak privately so for him as in person. And then especially matters that are related to him, even if it doesn't concern the party. But generally, Haruna Institutes are to project him from here to the world and to everywhere what he has done in the constituency. And to the issue of the Lamashana Palace. Lamashana is part of one of the greatest and respected and revered chiefs we have here in the region. And they are the chiefs who have seats at the Yanas Palace. Today in Tamale here, even mention of the Gudjana.
So hold it 1 second. As we speak, John Dramani Mahama has arrived. I'll come to you, but you can see that he's being led to go and greet the Lamashana. So I am following him to just give you a vivid description of how he is being led to see the Lamashana. So he's together with the MP for Tamale South, Haruna Idrisu, and this is to show respect to the Lamashana. And there you see John Dramani Mahama exchanging pleasantries with the traditional leader here, surrounded by his kinsmen, and of course Haruna Idrisu, the MP for Tamale South. He's done 16 years. He's going for the next 4 years. That will make him one of the longest serving members of parliament here in the Tamale metropolis. So you see many of the traditional leaders here are beaming with smiles. For some, this is the first time they are having this personal interaction, direct interface with John Dramani Mahama. And so here we are. Of course, Haruna Idrisu is very popular, and of course John Mahama is most popular. And you can imagine a popular Haruna Idrisu, MP for Tamale South, the godfather of politics in the Tamale metropolis, and he who is leading John Mahama. So here we are. The President John Dramani Mahama has just taken his seat, and I can tell you that the atmosphere here is very charged. Now, this was anticipated because Haruna Idrisu is very popular. John Mahama is even more popular, and this is the last location. Now, tell me more about the excitement here.
I think that Tamale South is more excited to have His Excellency John Dramani Mahama in the constituency. We describe His Excellency John Dramani Mahama in the words of Martin Luther King Jr., who once said that an individual has not started living until he lives beyond his individual concern to the broader concern of all humanity. Such is the man that we are dealing with. Such is His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. And we are sure that if he's here, We know that he's done it before. He's done a lot for the Tamale South. And as his younger brother, Haruna Idrisu, who have respected and revered him so much, so is the love between the two of them. So people are here today so excited to find the two men we revered here in the region, especially His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, who has contributed his quota to the development of Tamale South. He's paid his due to the people of Tamale South, and Tamale South is aware, and we have a lot of things to mention under the Tamale South constituency, which is done for us. And so Tamale South people are so proud, we are so happy, so excited to have the next president of the Republic of Ghana. And when we say the next president, we are sure that inshallah by 2025, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama will be sworn in. Especially if you go down the region, we know the developmental project he did for us. Tamale are so excited. There are a lot of our mothers and fathers who are here, who are witnesses and benefited from the Tamale International Airport. When the runway was extended, we have the Boeing 570 who took a lot of people from here. People are so excited, and I'm sure if you ask a lot of people here, they will tell you that exactly, if anybody is not proud here as a Muslim, we should be proud that the Tamale International Airport and especially Hajj Fairs are then, we should be proud. So it's a good sign that His Excellency John Dramani Mahama will be back in 2025, inshallah. And Tamale South is a place that everyone revered Haruna Idrisu, to the extent that I think that if he walks even on the road, women, men, and children are coming around. He's so liberal. He's so simple to the people, and he's been here. And I'm sure the people of Tamale South have always given him the numbers, and that is even the constituency that has the largest numbers here in the region. And
okay. So I will try to relocate with you because the traditional authorities are here, and I can understand that they want to create some space for them to have a direct view of eye contact with John Dramani Mahama. But while we are at Tamale Central, of course, Haruna Idrisu has been a member of parliament for 16 years. He's going for his his fifth term. Now, how significant is his role in politics within this enclave?
Yes, Haruna not only Tamale South, he's played a very large role across the 4 constituencies. He's touched the 4 constituencies: Tamale Central, Tamale North, Sanarugu, and even beyond the region. Not only Tamale South, at least whenever he goes, at least his name, canvasses votes for the NDC. He's a revered man here. And I'm telling you, the most popular person in the history of northern politics is Excellency John Dramani Mahama, more than Haruna Idrisu here in the region. And that is his senior brother. We all know that Haruna has, groomed a lot of young guys. So a lot of people who are here are so excited to have found him. So,
so for those who are watching Wezo TV live, who do we see there before the microphone? I don't understand the language. Help us understand exactly what he's doing.
That is one of our imams here who is coming to do the opening prayers. And he's actually going to be talking about His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the next president of the Republic of Ghana 2025, inshallah. And he's actually saying that His Excellency has, has taken interest to be back to this country again, and it's his prayer that he should be back because it's not the good work he's done for the people of this country. And inshallah, if the man is going to go further to talk, he will definitely talk about the Tamale International Airport. That is something that in the northern region, when you mention Muslims and mention His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, they are so proud of, because they have a brother who is a Muslim who has come to power, and then the only thing they did was that they have increased Hajj fares, and then they know the Hajj fares they paid before 2016. So he's actually going to do the opening prayer and asking that all of us should come collectively and pray to the largest society of this country towards the victory and then the success of the NDC come 2024 election 7th December.
Now, so while he's praying for the program to officially begin, let us talk about Tamale Central to be specific. Tamale South to be specific. Now, when we were coming here, I had high expectations. It will look like some parts of Tamale Central it's not what many people would have expected to see.
Yes, indeed. Development is a process, and I think that it needs a collective responsibility of all, both the citizens and then the leadership to be able to develop the place. I think Tamale South, when Haruna Idrisu became the MP, only 3 communities were connected to the national grid. Under his leadership, all the communities and the Tamale South have now been connected to the national grid. But the only challenge we have is water, which is not only Tamale South, but that water crisis is in the northern region. And that we blame the MPP government because His Excellency John Dramani Mahama actually what was part of the 2016 manifesto that the water.
Let's pause a little and listen to the prayer and help us understand exactly what he's praying for, and then we continue our conversation.
He's actually saying that God Almighty, Allah Subhanahu wa Taala, should give John Dramani Mahama the victory in 2024, this December 7th election. And that he has actually made promises to the people of this country in the manifesto, and all the policies is established in the manifesto. We are praying that when he becomes a president, God should give him the strength, the knowledge, and the people around him to support him to be able to make these policies achievable. He also talks about that he has seen a lot of big guys, especially Honorable Haruna Idrisu. He's seen Joshua Alabi. He's seen the Honorable Julius Debra. He's seen Honorable Alas and Sohini. He's seen Honorable Mutala. All of them here to support the brother. He's praying that 2025 they will all get back to Parliament, and then all of us collectively will support them to be able to support His Excellency John Dramani Mahama to achieve the very policies he established in our manifesto.
Now, this is the last location of the campaign tour, phase 1, Tamale South, Haruna Idrisu, very influential, and of course beyond northern region. I would say that his influence stretches to northeast and then the Savannah region. We are going into an election the NDC wants to win massively. Tell me the dynamics here in Tamale South and the potential of adding more to NDC's votes.
The dynamics here is very, very simple because the people of Tamale South have received the greatest achievement in the history of politics, in the history of governance. So the dynamics here is very simple. The MPP has no place in the Tamale South. All we always think is that we think that Haruna Idrisu must win. His Excellency John Dramani must also win massively. The only thing Haruna Idrisu does now is to go to help our brothers in Northeast, Savannah, Upper East, Upper West. And I am a living witness. The number of pickups is bought for these particular regions, and it is collective understanding and responsibility that Northern region is one. We have not seen ourselves like Northern region, Northeast, Savannah, Upper East, Upper West, the 5 northern regions. We've seen ourselves as one. So, all the time, he wants to make sure that all of us come together to be able to win more seats, to be able to win more votes for His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. So the dynamics in Tamale South is very simple. That Haruna Idrisu is winning over 90,000 votes for His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, and also doing the same thing for himself. And that what we need right now, is to help the other constituencies that are, especially the urban constituencies. I am pretty sure and aware that Zabzugu, when they were receiving their pickups as an urban constituency, it came from Haruna Idrisu. Chatale is the same. There are other constituencies that we handed over pickups to them. Not only that, there are many of the constituency chairmen who have also confessed to us as a region the support he gives to them every month to be able to, win back the seats we lost. So all the 9 constituencies here, that is his concern. The dynamics in Tamale South is very simple. So for Tamale South, there's no fear. There's no fear for His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. There's no fear for Haruna Idrisu. He has made a promise, and that promise is going to come and pass because in the last elections, he promised of over 70,000 votes for His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Unfortunately, we've got 68,000 plus. This year, he's saying 90,000, and that 90,000 will come to pass. If Haruna speaks, the people of Tamale South listen to him. So the MPP candidate is no place to even same. Tamale Central is the same. Tamale North is the same. Sanargu is the same. The 4 constituencies here in Tamale, there is no place for the MPP at all. The only places we are working on as a region is the Eastern Corridor. That is where the NDC lost 7 seats and to the MPP. So there are 10 constituencies at the Eastern Corridor. We have lost 7 seats. They have 7 and we have 3. So his hope, Tamale South, we are done. Each time the support goes to the Eastern Corridor to be able to make sure that the NDC wins back the seat we've lost.
Okay, so we understand he has played a very significant role to uniting the NDC and more so reviving your hope that you can do better compared to 2020 and then 2016.
Yes, indeed, in 2016 and 2020, we had some issues around the constituencies. But one of the things I think that the Northern region had learned lessons is that we've elected for the region. We have spoken to all of them, and before that, each and every person who contested the elections signed a bond that when you lose the elections, you come and support others. So for the region this time around, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is going to win one of the highest votes here in the region. He's going to do that, and then the MPs, I'm sure, in the region, we're expecting that if we don't win at all, out of the 18 seats, we should be able to have 14 or 15 seats, and we are sure that come December 7th, Northern region will declare 14 seats for His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, and the highest vote for His Excellency John Dramani as president.
So the regional communication officer is currently addressing the gathering here. I know you are still listening. What really is he speaking to?
He's trying to he's introducing the Tamale South chairperson to come and take the stage and to speak to the people. That is what he's just saying right now, and that the Tamale South chairman is someone who is more popular here, who is more popular and is known, who is more popular and known here, and then he is the one that is going to take the stage right now. So he's also going to speak the local language.
Let me take time to explain exactly what is happening here. You know, Haruna Idrisu has a large following, and so we have a lot of people who have packed this space at the forecourt of the Lamashana. Is that the pronunciation? And so a lot of people are scrambling for space just to catch a glimpse of John Dramani Mahama. So occasionally you see them trying to cross the camera. But however, I'm still having a conversation, with the regional deputy treasurer. You were speaking to Haruna Idrisu, his influence, and by extension the region, and then the newly created ones. Now, the young men in this particular constituency, what are the typical challenges? And of course, if John Mahama has the opportunity to address them, we'll be interested in hearing exactly what you'll be saying.
I think it will be employment, and then the employment. Because before His Excellency John Dramani Mahama...
Before we continue, because we are going to continue this conversation till John Mahama comes in, what is the regional chairman saying?
The constituency chairman is actually...
The constituency chairman
is actually saying that you should look at His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and look at Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Between the two of them, you will see that His Excellency John Dramani Mahama deserved to be the president of this country than Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. And that today, Ghana has gotten to a stage that we need a man who has done it before, who has been truthful. But Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia had lied to us. And that between Bawumia and His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, who speaks the truth? Who speaks the truth? And they said, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. And they said, who lies? They said, Bawumia is the one who is liar. So he said, God bless you for understanding the truth. That His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is the only man who will speak the truth, who will honor his promises, who will not promise and fail, just like His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. I'm going to quote Honorable Haruna Idrisu. We've all believed that it is someone who, you see, it is only a greedy man who will be drinking cow milk and still blowing it to become cool. Because you know that cow milk is already cool. Why would we be blowing it? So we can never give out the leadership of Ghana and also the MPship to someone who drinks a cold milk and still blow it to get cold. So we know this year we have given Tamale South to His Excellency, to Haruna Idrisu, and also the number of votes that he promised, he was also given out to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama to go back to Accra. Okay,
so for those who have just joined us, this is the live coverage of the mini Deba at the forecourt of the Lamashana here in the Tamale South constituency. And as we speak, the the constituency chairman has just spoken, and I believe that they are sending the microphone to one of the chiefs who will also be speaking any moment from now. So what I will be doing is that the deputy regional treasurer will be helping me to understand exactly what the chief, that's the Lamashana, will be saying. So what we'll do is we'll wait briefly, listen.
If you Ninsal come so come Ninkal come so Ninkal Kamala so you don't look a matter. Mpona kuchela lawyer na kama wamino empitaba afamutara so yene ne sanaru dama sarai talatu kana yi kwa zo ta tamala ko sanarin birwo da po kan na koyan poye ta lawyer na tangbam shamha zan kana zo.
So, what has he been saying so far?
He's saying that indeed the Tamale 4 constituencies, he wants to be grateful to the people for Tamale here in the northern region, that they have shown commitment that the NDC will hold forth to the 4 constituencies here in the region, and in particular Tamale South. He is the chief here, and Tamale South is under his constituency, is under his paramountcy, and that at the end of the day he's seen greatest achievement under Tamale South, and he's sure and confident that this year's election, Honorable Haruna will go back to Parliament. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama will win more seats, will win more votes here in Tamale South. Yeah, he's also saying again that indeed the NDC, the victory is for us, but it doesn't necessarily mean that we should go and relax. Any one of us who is here in support must go out and then do the voter education, also talk to people, the policies of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, and let them understand what is at stake. That where we have gotten today, it is not about NDC MPP, it's about the liberation of this country. The distractions that are caused by His Excellency Nanado and his Vice President Dr. Mahmoud, who claim to be a mate today, is beyond measures, and it needs all of us to come on board to be able to resolve the issues of this country and make Ghana a better place. Okay, so that when you get home, it is not about just fighting with the people. Take your time, talk to the people, let them know the policies that NDC are bringing on board. And as previously NDC has done before, educate them. Don't let it be a fight. At least by your simple statement to them, they'll be able to understand and know exactly where we found ourselves today, and that the future for this country depends on the NDC, and that the NDC would be the best option. I'm also going to say a very big thank you to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and Honorable Haruna Idrisu for choosing this place as a venue to be able to, hold on this very particular important meeting. I think it's historic that my colleagues has been able to host His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and then the crowd here. Yes, I'm also saying that I'm also appealing to His Excellency John Dramani.
He is saying
yes. I'm also appealing to His Excellency. Yes, he's saying. I'm also appealing to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama that indeed you will win. But I would want to see Honorable Haruna Idrisu, Honorable Alasan Suhini, Honorable Mutala, Ataisa, and most of the parliamentary candidates who are vying to become MPs, that they will be given a good position to be able to come back and help their younger brothers here.
Okay, so if you have just joined us, the Lamashana is currently addressing the mini deba. John Dramani Mahama is here, and I'm speaking through an interpreter who is helping us to understand his message to John Mahama and then the gathering here.
Yes, he's still repeating the same thing again. That is the job. So before the youth can get the job, Honorable Haruna Idrisu and his Mohammed, Ataisa, and all the parliamentary candidates, if they are given a ministerial position, they'll be able to come to provide work for the younger brothers here. Okay. His Excellency John Dramani has arrived here. Who is supposed to provide him food? but for the journey you are taking throughout, we cannot provide it. So we have brought you ram and yam so that he can use it to prepare food.
So how significant is this presentation they are going to make at the moment? I've seen this huge ram, I've seen some tubers of yam, and I believe that they are going to make the presentation to John Dramani Mahama. But let's be moving closer to where he is so that we can appreciate what next will happen. But if you have just joined us, this is the live coverage of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama's visit to Tamale South. As we speak, he is currently seated. The Lamashana has spoken. He's made a presentation. That presentation is being received by the MP for Tamale South. I was asking you, most of the time when we visit these northern communities, they make such presentations. How significant is it? Is it a part of the culture or what?
Our culture that when a stranger gets to your home, when he visits you, you are supposed to provide food for the person. But because we've always been traveling, they are supposed to use this one as food for all of you to eat. But because that is not possible, that which is why they will present it to him to either take it home for the wife to prepare or anybody who can prepare it for him. It is our tradition that we must provide for our visitors. When someone visits you, you are supposed to give him water, food. But the journey we are taking on, we cannot do that. So you present the live animals to them so that they'll be able to take it.
Okay, so the regional secretary has taken stage again because it's the regional communications officer, and because this is the local language. Let's listen to him briefly, and then we continue with your commentary on exactly what he's saying.
He's introducing Honorable Haruna Idrisu to the stage again, and there's a popular name, Haruna Idrisu is here.
Okay, so let's listen to Haruna Idrisu for a while, and then we come in.
About you will not
90,000. What is he saying?
Yeah, he's saying that for those of you who had made a promise, we earlier made a promise to John Dramani Mahama that we are going to give him 90,000 votes. For those of you who are ready with the 90,000 votes, raise up your finger.
So that's why they bring their hand.
And he's saying that tonight, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama confined him by seeing the crowd today that you should add another 1,000, make it 10,000 for him.
Yungona fila dentum sedebata anso gafara amba perlama shana sane na wurshe na tuna na kpamvona won kam no dagonia zo na biane na onu yosamle
Tonight I have three strong statements I want to make. But I want to thank all of you for the effort you've taken to be here to listen to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the next president of Ghana 2025. So I want to thank all of you that God will pay you back for the strength and the energy you stood to wait to see His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. My greatest thanks goes to the Magaji, the women organizers who have made it a point to be here with all the women. So I have three strong statements I want to make. This year's election, it is Tamale that we are going to use to defeat His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
Tamale Central, Tamale North, Sanargo.
Is he speaking a proverb?
Yeah, he is saying that this year the elections will be won for His Excellency John Dramani Mahama between the four constituencies in Tamale: Tamale South, Tamale North, Tamale Central, and Sanargo. Our votes should show clearly that indeed His Excellency John Mahama is winning, so that Tolong, Sabulugu, Bimbila, and other smaller adjoining constituencies can also take cue from our votes and vote massively for His Excellency John Dramani Mahama.
Excellency John Dramani Mahama.
He's saying that this year,
what I see now is that he has invited somebody to come to stand with him. Who is that? And
That
then
is
what
the constituency chairman. Chairman
Why
Zania
has
is
he invited the constituency chairman?
that is what he's coming to say right now. You know, actually in the beginning he was saying that you see the dry tree this year would bear fruit. And that fruit it's His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. But I'm calling my constituency chairman to come and stand here to prove that the goals we said we are going to give to His Excellency John Dramani surely is going to happen. The MPP has taken money. He said MPP has taken money to Upper East and Upper West. It didn't work for them. So don't let it work here in the northern region. When they bring those dirty, ill-gotten monies, do not spend the money and go and vote for them, because it didn't work in the Upper East. It didn't work in Upper West. I hardly talk by heart, but I want to beg His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and throw one stone at the electoral commissioner. He's saying that word in English.
What we ask of you is that we need the serial numbers of every ballot paper printed for each region, for each district, and for each constituency. This is all we are demanding in the name of transparency. Our printed ballot papers is not enough. We want to know the quantity, the serial numbers. So northern region, we want to know where our serial number starts and where it will end, so that we can follow it to Ashanti and follow it to eastern region. If we find a ballot paper meant for northern region in any region, we expose your fraud and your intention for irregularity in the elections. We are very convinced, very convinced, beyond shadow of doubt, that John Dramani Mahama will win a free, fair, credible election. Ayesu! There's a Jimesa Ambuzukan Wabu Guru Dane. Ayesu! There's a Pumponguna. Honorable Mutalande Yino Yila, my daughter Yil Masudi Bupiara.
Repeating what he said in the local language or saying something different.
Why he said, he said that if you have not stolen a magic cube in the market, why are you running? That was what he said. That was what he said in the banner. So he said that Jane Mensa, if you know you have not stolen a magic cube in the market, why are you running? So he quoted a song that Honorable Murtala Mohammed has sung, and said anytime he sings that song, the mother will be crying.
2024 election continue to anyele. Hayile yam gwamnati pandama anti Muslim ma gar any political party in Ghana's history. Idil Fitr, Idil Adha. Excellence in the Empire.
So what has he added?
He's saying that the NDC government had paid much humility and respect to Muslims than the MPP government, because it defeated Adha. We introduced this under Rollis. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama will add another holiday to us. So
what has he said that has generated a laughter?
That His Excellency John Dramani Mahama will come and separate between the two. Who claims to be a Muslim and who claims to be a Christian? Because Bawumia has been saying that.
There's on this is not honor to invite the next president of Ghana to be. Inshallah. Finish. Excellency John Dramani Mahama.
Thank you very much for your prayers and your support.
Speaking, and then I can see that they are just changing the microphones for him to be able to deliver his message. Now let's listen to him.
So, let me thank my father Lamashana for his prayers and his support. Everybody knows the relationship that I have with him. He has been a father, he has been a friend, he has been an advisor. And all the time when I was president, he was one of my strongest supporters. And I know that today he's still praying for me to come back to the presidency so that we can come and rescue Ghana from the crisis in which we find ourselves. And you have Lamashana Empire Natumapam.
So John Mahama is still delivering his message, but what we understand is that because of the thick crowd here, some people are stepping on the cables, and that's affecting the connection to where what he's been saying.
Ama jiri bakabuma. Ezo. Then go 7th December tia nengla people. People ma. Teza mi na Tanzan Ghana nang akofa do man bang mi anu ne bokuto yule to mama nyang babe. Besam beshakan samme. Bishaka Pompo Saman Nole Bishaka Kutoda Ezu Petro Kutoda Cement Kutoda Block Kutoda Yalem Kutoda Magi Kutoda Chibo Kutoda Shukuru Kuto Chang Hospital Kuto Chang Bishaka Saman Nole Ezo Tenzo time ma paya ka te karu wabgama and chamongni. The 7th December kati and chumla la chumama. Emene Tamale South gonna to home grounds on bon. Tiang mela home match. So and to zo haruna ni yal shama. To bon netenya 91,000 votes Tamale South. Denzogo Bogom Tian Zan Kare Wabgama, the Empilga Tamale South, and Nyonchang Tamale Central, and Nyochang Tamale North, Mansab Lugu, Man Karaga, Myong, Gushagu, Pandai, Willensi, Bimbila, Shell. Ezu, because 2020, the landing to VPAM. Until Lana Kuvado, northern region. Mahama region, near northern region. But the 9 seats, Kabatet 9 seats. And 2024, the Kuton Lala. 2024, the Simpson day at least 14 to 15 seats in northern region. Now, inshallah, 10 days, 18 Maza. Good. Everybody knows that NDC is a government that comes into power and takes care of everybody, no matter your ethnic group or your religion. Indeed, because if you follow the social poverty survey that the GSS does, our deprived communities are mostly in the Muslim areas. And that's why anytime NDC is in power, we concentrate to make things better in those areas. We've built more Islamic schools than any other government in the history of Ghana. And we're going to come and build more of those schools, especially Islamic secondary schools, so that our children can also get the opportunity to get an education. We're going to send more of our young people to Saudi Arabia, to Kuwait, to Bahrain and other places, so that they'll go and learn Arabic and come back and be instructors in our Islamic secondary schools. We also will complete the infrastructure we're doing in the Al Farouk College of Education in Winchi, which is the first Islamic college of education, so that more of our young people can go there and go and study. We're going to add one more holiday to Eid al-Fitr, so that whether you pray today or you pray tomorrow, you have a holiday. We're going to reduce the cost of the Hajj drastically. When NDC was in power, 11,900 could send you to Hajj. Today, you need 75,000 cedis to be able to go to Hajj. If you take what we are paying today and you compare it to what we were paying in 2016, with 75,000 in 2016, you could have sent your grandfather, your grandmother, your father, your mother, your sister, your brother, your uncle, and you yourself. 8 people could have gone to Mecca with 75,000 in 2016. But today, 75,000 takes only one person to Mecca. And this is the 5th pillar of Islam. And we're all enjoying to observe the 5 pillars. So when NDC comes, we're going to lower the Hajj fare and bring it down drastically, so that anybody who wants to go to Hajj and makes his intention can be able to fly. Already, we started the expansion of the Tamale airport. And we expanded the runway and got the money for the terminal building and all that. I thank Allah that on the day we opened the phase 1 of the Tamale airport, when we went to commission it, that was the first day, the first batch of Muslims from the northern part of the country were taking off from Tamale directly to Medina. And I remember that day, it was the biggest plane, Boeing 747. It takes more than 600 people. And that day when it started from the end of the runway and was coming to take off, all of us were looking at it in amazement and saying, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. The major problem in Tamale today is water. Tamale is dying of thirst. And for 8 years, this government is unable to do anything about it. NDC is going to come and give Tamale people water. We're going to do a new water supply station to pull the water from Yape, 26 miles. It will come through Tamale South. We will feed all the villages along the route with water. And then it will come through Tamale South. And so we'll have 2 directions of water supply, from Dalong and from Yape, so that Tamale can get enough water. Tamale is one of the fastest growing cities in the whole of West Africa. And so we'll solve the Tamale water problem. That's a promise we make to you. Ezu, for the people from Kakpagyili, you school ma, e-block ma, can't million tinya. Ezu, Angele Oza, I've been to 10 regions. Nation shall come. So come in you na NDCD and cannot to fa Ghana by Yamale people to ya nango Ghana man MPP susun nyale ka NDC man MPP Ghana za neba and ya nang people man, because everybody has seen how poorly we have administered this country. Look at Tamale. Government they've sold all the government lands to themselves, to MPP executives and MPP people. I've said that when we come, we're going to do a commission of inquiry and investigate the sale of government lands to individuals. Tete Kanatiyam Nangla commission of inquiry and Nang investigation into the sale of government Tangbanza Tamale. Anya prisons no money, Bukwar Deza, Achan West Hospital, Bukwar Deza, Shell come Achan Kalada, Bukwar Deza. Ezu, Tunka to you investigate. Tunka to Ville. Ezu, Dozogo Umbi and Toxer Pump. Ma in yell na Tamale South guna to home grounds and yelling. Then go Nazang and Tuzo Haruna. Everybody knows Haruna. He's one of the most precious human assets that we have in the NDC. He has been minister, he's been very active in parliament. We serve together and I know what his capacity is. And so your duty is just to elect him back to parliament, and we know what we're going to do with him. As for him, I don't need to introduce him. I don't even need to raise his hand, because all of you know that Sawale, Ngoni and Dile, Gangdu, Ngoni and Dile. I've got the names plenty. Every day they keep giving him new names. And that borrow na gang bonya gandu no babumi. But Haruna is a treasured younger brother of mine, and he has a bright political future. And so Tamale South, we thank you for continuing to maintain him. And so out of tradition, I'll raise your hand so that the photographers can take a picture and know that I introduced him as our parliamentary candidate for the Tamale South constituency. Dezo Peter JM, ki Peter Haruna, lawyer Aduna, ki Peter. Bayanzang la legre man ayaluna, and can't tete senkafa man legre. Bazana yidele, kadi ama EMP ki Peter NDC, ki Peter Yaman Lema. Netumapam. Thank you. So vote for Honorable Lawyer Haruna Idrisu Sawale
John Dramani Mahama has officially introduced Haruna Idrisu as the parliamentary candidate for Tamale South, and that brings an end to his campaign tour of the Tamale South constituency, and by extension the northern region. So what you can see here is how my cameraman is struggling to make sure he secures himself, and of course the camera itself. So we have ended phase 1 of the tour of Tamale of the northern region. How many more constituencies are left?
We are left with 2 constituencies. We're supposed to go to 3. We're supposed to go to Miao, Karuga, and then Gushagu. And then we're also supposed to make a stopover in Bumbo. But we
will come over another time. So thank you very much. So there are 3 more constituencies for us to wrap up, and that will be at another time, which will be phase 2. So thank you for following Wezo TV. Thank you for being with us. We'll meet again for another round of John Mahama.